Yeah, okay, we care. That's right.
Hello, my name is Dana Lewis. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Okwamakan. I'm from the Potawatomi Odawa Nation. Climate change affects us all. We as future leaders must hold our leaders today accountable for ensuring our generation and the next 7 generations grow into a safe environment. We rely on Mother Earth every day as she provides for us. As Anishinaabe people, we are protectors of the land. We stand with all.
It's more than just inspiring to see so many young people here and globally who have taken strike action for our climate change, calling for attention from us as adults to check ourselves and to challenge government and corporate failures that do not adequately address the climate change crisis. The biggest mobilization in the history of the world is brought to us from young people, many quite fearful for the unknown future that lies ahead, and expressing for us radical consciousness to capture our attention and to call us to action. A strike is common in the labor movement, but to see one on this scale, one that has organized millions and captured headlines of news outlets around the world, is nothing short of unbelievable. And it is such a necessary awakening.
As a physician, we know that we have to be honest with our patients. Sometimes it's not easy. They have serious diseases that are going to affect them and their families. But you can't start until you have that honest conversation about what's going on and what the problem is. The same is true about our climate. We are in a climate emergency because we continue to burn fossil fuels. The wildfires we've seen in the last couple years, the flooding, even those heavy snowfalls this past winter, both of us saw many people falling off roofs with serious injuries, and we did lose a couple of folks because of that. It's all climate related. And we're seeing new infectious diseases in our area as well. It's happening now. The good news is that we can improve our health at the same time as we are averting the climate catastrophe. The reality is, red meat creates a lot of greenhouse gases. So, one simple task. How about going home, having a conversation with your family, and say, let's try one meatless meal per week. Doesn't sound like much, but the effect on you, your health, and the planet will be amazing. One meatless meal, that's all it's going to take. And if you hit one, maybe try 2.
How many of you are feeling anxious or worried about climate breakdown? This is normal. It's called ecological grief, and we all get it. You can reduce this by talking to your parents and friends about how you feel. Also, be kind when you talk to others about climate, and draw courage from each other.
Everyone is what we call a die-in, and if you ask me, that's not the future that any of us here would want. So, on that topic, Now, I'm so happy and pleased to introduce Greater Sudbury's very own Sophia Mather.
Last week, I met with Greta Thunberg and many youth climate leaders in Washington, D.C. and New York City. Greta said, upon receiving the Amnesty International Award, this award is for those millions of people, young people, around the world who together make up the movement called Fridays for Future. All these fearless youth fighting for their future, a future they should be able to take to granted. She also said, activism works. So, well, what I'm telling you to do now is to act, because no one is too small to make a difference. What do we want? When do we want it? Now! What do we want? When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Maybe you feel intimidated or criticized for your activism. But remember what Greta said. When haters go after you, it means they have nowhere left to go. And you know you are winning.
Yes!
The experts say we are in a climate emergency. People, animals, and ecosystems will suffer and are suffering due to climate change. This is not a blockbuster movie where a superhero is going to arrive and save the day. We must be the superheroes as a collective and demand governments take real science-based actions right now.
Albert Einstein once said, "The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those good people who watch them without doing anything." I'm here to tell you, we, the good people of this earth, are done watching. Last Friday, there were 40,000 climate strikers in France, 330,000 in London, 1.4 million in Germany, the world total, over 4 million. There are more good people joining us every day, and we are done watching. We are done watching. We are done watching. We are done watching. We are done watching.